Good morning. Yeah, it's an earlier one today again. Not as early as yesterday, but um, I've been awake since a little bit, well, right around 2 o'clock. It was just about 2. And I got up not long after that. Anyway, I'm starting at 3:33 today because I like those triple numbers. Today's title is 2012, Fully Human and Fully Divine. How can it be both, Ron? That question comes to my mind and perhaps other minds as well. We live in the paradox, having the experience of being human while receiving flashes of something more. Those flashes are reminders of who we are beyond the drama. Yes, we all have that spark of divinity in an earthly vessel. Our challenge is to fully honor both. As I was preparing the little blurb there, and I was going to call it Walking in Two Worlds, which is, of course, a title that Greg Braden has on one of his, I think, a book and a video series that I've watched the video part. I don't know if I've read the book. But in any case, the idea of being fully human, embracing all that that entails, all the feelings, all the anxieties, all of the conditions of the drama that we are playing out, especially now as the two worlds seem to be in collision more than ever before, as the light is impinging upon the what we call the darkness, or the awakening is impinging on the ignorance of prior generations and even our own lives in prior times. We are faced with, or at least I am, and I feel we all are being faced with this dilemma of how much human am I allowed to be? Because if you grew up with the mindset that I did of being perfect and listening to uh, Bill Donahue's videos over the past few days, has rekindled in me all of that biblical training, even though he's taking it from a totally different angle. I've had to go back and reflect on how much of an impact that early training of you're not allowed to be, you're not allowed to express fear, you're not allowed to be fully human. If you're gonna please God, you've got to get it right. You've got to get it damn right. And I'll tell you the truth. After listening to him in several of his videos talk about quieting the mind in meditation, well, I once again began to challenge myself with, am I meditating right? Am I doing it right? Am I pleasing God? Oh, I put myself right back in that trip that I've been on so many times, even though as I reflect, I remember that shamanic journey that I went on many years ago, in which I was trying to quiet my mind, and how frustrated I felt because I just couldn't get it to totally be quiet. I had to give it meaning, and that's thinking. That's paying attention to feeling. And so many people seem to imply that the only way to meditate is to get beyond the thoughts and beyond the feelings. And I do that sometimes, but not when I'm trying to. When I'm trying to do that, I fail time and time again. And what the message was way back then is just observe. Just be the observer. Recognize the divine part of you observing the human part of you. And it's all okay. It's all okay. You are, when you're fully human, that is fully divine. And it's hard for me with my training in religiosity and spirituality. It's difficult for me to get that through my head and to allow myself to be in the feeling of whatever the feeling is at the moment. If I'm anxious about something, observe the anxiety. Ask the questions. Delve into, what is this about? What is the gift here? What is it that I'm supposed to be learning? What am I supposed to be seeing in this? Not get over analytical, but just observe. Just observe. And I do that on a regular basis. But sometimes, as happened yesterday, the judgment starts coming up. And I don't like to be judging myself, but I'm reminded again and again that I do. And when I'm judging myself, I'm judging others along the same line. When am I going to allow myself to simply be wherever I am? And everyone else too. When am I going to get to that place where I no longer have to deal with judgment, but I can just be? Just be. Getting beyond my mind, my thoughts, my judgments. Getting beyond that. Well, obviously it hasn't happened yet, because I'm still here, and I'm still facing those demons that are self-created that I've faced throughout my life. The demon of never feeling that I quite measure up, that I'm never quite good enough. I know I'm not alone in that. I know that that's a plague that has manifested in the human family for literally for thousands of years. Literally. Especially those of us that have been raised with a standard of what we believe we're supposed to measure up to. And as we look at ourselves, we don't. We don't. So I give myself lots of grace, and this was reminded to me in my meditation this morning as I held the world in my hands and realized what is happening on this planet in 2012. As the flame of freedom is burning in the hearts of men and women all over the planet. And as the new energies collide with the old energies, and the divine is manifested in sharp contrast often to the very human ways that we've behaved and done things for years, for generations, for lifetime after lifetime. And in this time, in this day, in this age, everything is coming to the surface. Everything is being revealed. It is the revelation of, as the Bible says, of Jesus Christ, but it's the revelation of Christ consciousness in all of us. As our humanity and our divinity are learning to dance together, to stop the polarization and the conflict and the dueling, and simply dance, hanging out together, and where the human can laugh at itself for taking itself so seriously, and the divine can just wrap us in a warm blanket of grace and say, it's okay. You're allowed to be human. You're allowed to feel whatever it is you feel. And it's all okay. Stop judging yourself for it. Just allow it to be. Just allow it to be. I don't know who this message is for today. I have a feeling It's for more than just me. The Spirit holds me and reassures me that everything is in divine order, no matter how it seems in the world around me. I leave you with these thoughts on this shorter than normal message this morning. I feel I've said what I'm supposed to say. Let me send a blessing to each of you. And I encourage you to allow yourself to simply be wherever you are, and to know that whatever you're experiencing as a human, you, the essential you, is way more than what appears. Namaste. Thank you.